Hungry Snacks Meals in the building.
I wasn't even thinking about me being on the show. I wanted to produce something for them.
Celebrity. Like if I went to the mall and stuff, people are like, oh,
The thing was, I didn't even know that anybody ever thought I was ugly.
We look like twins almost.
Okay.
She really wouldn't be able
Covering any more subjects related. So that's why you got the raw reaction. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hey, everybody. I see y'all in the chat. Let's get busy. Okay, guys, welcome back to another edition of Inside the Lawsuit, the Pettys versus Jennifer Hough. I see everybody in the chat. Life with the Leonard family, Jerica James, my mods, Alice Morris, Monica Reyna. Together we break chains. Vanderveer, Hardcore Hall. Serene Bonita Bocasas, Itsy Bitsy, Only One Shamari, Deborah Smith, Just the T, Please 93, and of course, Miss Takal Entertainment. Hi, Dolly X. Now, you guys, thank you so much for being patient. Oh my God, over the last, I want to say maybe week, maybe 5 days at the most. Oh my God, I've been sick. I don't know what happened. I ate something. I think it was Wednesday, maybe Wednesday or Friday. I ate something that did not agree with me. And I believe I had food poisoning. I was throwing up, vomiting for a day and a half. Oh my God, it was terrible. Overnight, woke up the next day, still vomiting. I had about 2 days of vomiting, sweats. Yeah, it wasn't COVID. Thank God it wasn't anything like that, but it was definitely something that I ate. So I was pushing the video back more and more every day because I thought, okay, as the day goes on, I'm going to feel better. Oh no, child. Every time I would lay down, wake up, I would just have an upset stomach and I would vomit. And so basically I slept it off. My daughter was trying to give me Pepto-Bismol. Mom, there was no way I wasn't having it. It's like the Pepto-Bismol made me even sicker. So basically all I could do was just sleep it off. Child, you should have saw my fur babies, my dogs. You know, they kept trying to get to me. They can hear me crying. They can just see me all upset. Child, they was trying to break out of their they was trying to break out of their cage, trying to get to me at night. Because I couldn't get off my couch. Like, I was just stuck, you know. So thank God, yesterday I started feeling better, and things took a turn for the better. But I didn't go to work either yesterday. I could not. I mean, I could not get up off of my couch. So thank God, you know, it wasn't anything serious. It was just something that I ate, and I had to get it off my stomach, basically. And I'm just now able to eat. I was able to eat something today. So yes. So thank you to everyone that was patient and that waited for this video, because I know you guys come for the tea. You come for the court docs, and I'm here to give it to you. So I am feeling so much better, and I'm happy to be back with you guys because we are celebrating 9K. You hear me? 9K. We are celebrating 9K. Did you guys hear me? I don't think you heard me though. We are celebrating 9K. I am super excited, and I am super proud that we are celebrating this experience. You know, I couldn't have done it without you guys. All of the people that watch the videos, all of the people that subscribe. We are celebrating 9,000 subscribers. And just the other day, we hit 9K, but we are actually at 9,093 subscribers. And I want to thank everybody for watching the videos, being on the lives, hitting the like button, hitting subscribe. All of the new subscribers, welcome to the squad. We are happy to have you, my moderators, all of the subscribers. Thank you so much for making this channel grow and for making us a success. So thank you to all the newbies. Thank you to all of the loyal supporters. We are on our way to 10K. And I think we'll be at 10K by the end of the month. We just might be at 10K by the end of the month. The way we have 674 new subscribers in the month of October. Can you believe that? 674 subscribers, new subscribers in the month of October. So thank you so much, you guys. I love you, and I do this for you. Thank you for watching and for rocking with a real bitch, for rocking with a real queen, for rocking with me, even through all my mess, even through all the ups and downs, all the beefs, and you guys still stand 10 toes down. So thank you so much. I do it for you, and I ain't scared of nan, bitch. I ain't backtracking, never, ever, ever. I stand on what the fuck I say. I mean what the fuck I mean. I mean what the fuck I say. So this is the home of the Sweet Pea Diaries, where we do not backtrack. We ain't scared of you motherfuckers. So let's get with it, guys. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the show. So we all know what has been going on with Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty and Jennifer Hough. Jennifer Hough has brought the Pettys into a lawsuit. She wants them to stop threatening her. She wants them to leave her alone. Okay, so much so that she has brought them up on charges of harassment, whether it be indirectly or directly. Okay, and when we say indirectly or directly, that means it could be through their friends, through their fans, indirectly, or it could be them directly. But Jennifer has never said that Nicki Minaj threatened her directly. She says they threatened her indirectly. She has never said that Nicki Minaj threatened her directly. It has always been indirectly. So we know that the Pettys, for a moment there, it looked like they were not going to respond to this lawsuit. We know that Kenneth Petty, in the last midnight hour, decided to respond even after being a certificate of default was entered to the clerk by Jennifer and her attorney, because Kenneth Petty did not respond to the lawsuit. He still has not responded to the lawsuit, even though his attorney went to court and stood for him and said he's going to be appearing on behalf of Kenneth Petty. That still is not a response. That still is not what you intend to file, what you intend. Do you intend to plead guilty? Do you intend to plead not guilty? What do you intend to do? And how do you intend to answer to this lawsuit? That still has not been done by Kenneth Petty or Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, after also the deadline of October 6th, she finally responded through her attorney, Judd Bernstein. He went on down to the courthouse, entered a notice of appearance for her as well. Both Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj are represented by two separate attorneys. And didn't I tell you guys that? Didn't I tell you that they were separating the two? The strategy would be that they would be looked at as two separate individuals. Thus, that's why they have two separate attorneys. I told you this. I'm telling y'all, I'm so good reading these documents now, and I've been, digging through these cases and learning the legal documentation and learning how things go in motions and understanding them, that I saw this coming. I knew that they were not going to be they were not going to be represented by the same attorney. They were not going to be represented by the same firm. They were going to be separate. And that is so you can focus on Nicki and her charges, and you can focus on Kenny and his charges. Because the thing about that is they want to try to separate Nicki from the rape. Okay, so if you can separate Nicki from the rape, that will make it look less violent. It'll make it look like, this is just harassment. And it's just little petty girl stuff between Nicki and Jenn. It's not that violent rape that Jennifer suffered at the hands of Kenny. So if they separate them and they put them on under two separate attorneys, now you're not looking at Nicki Minaj as it pertains to the rape. Okay, and I'm just telling you, that's the strategy. Now, we know that Nicki Minaj said that she was not served, that legally she did not get served her summons. Neither her nor Kenny were properly served, because when the process server, brought the documentation there that day to their home, there was no one there that fit that description. Okay? Nicki Minaj says that there was no one there that fit that description of the black man that the process server says that he served. So how could they legally have been served if you have Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty both saying that they were not there, the process server served someone else and not Kenneth? Well, now we have the word of the process server saying that, yes, I absolutely did serve Kenneth Petty, because I was given a photo by Tyrone Blackburn to know what Kenneth Petty looks like. And I served Kenneth Petty. So like I told you guys, if the process server was going to come out and say, I served them because I had a photo, I had a picture, I had that picture on me, and I looked at that picture, and that is the person that I served, then you just lied. You lied to the courts and said that you were not served, you or your husband, that Kenneth Petty did not get served by the process server. Well, now here comes the process server in a sworn statement stating that he absolutely did serve Kenneth Petty. And we're going to look at that right now, because, They said, you're not going to play in our face. You're not going to play in my face. I've been doing this job for many, many years. And I understand how to serve a document. I understand how to serve a summons. You are not going to play in my face and question my integrity and imply that I would just run up on somebody's doorstep and basically like a little paper boy and throw the paper up on the step without knowing who I gave it to. When this is absolutely an important document, important job of mine, I have to deliver this. I've been charged to deliver this document and serve this document. And you're going to say that I approached this residence and I served this document to someone not knowing who I gave it to. That's what you want the court to believe. Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to come before the court in a sworn statement to attest that I did serve Kenneth Petty. Okay. All right. So this is the declaration of Robert Diaz. Robert Diaz is the process server, okay? Robert Diaz is the process server that served the document. I, Robert Diaz, hereby declare, according to 28 USC, as follows. I submit this declaration to support the proof of service letter I signed, dated September 16, 2021. I provided plaintiff's counsel, Tyrone Blackburn, with 2 proof of service letters for Kenneth Petty, aka Zoo, and Onika Tanya Mirage, aka Nicki Minaj. I have personal knowledge of the facts outlined in this declaration. I am 37 years old. I have worked as a process server for over 10 years. I have solely worked as a process server in California in the city of Los Angeles. On September 15th, 2021, I made a second attempt to serve Mr. Petty and Miss Mirage at their Calabasas, California estate. On September 15th, 2021, at 6:28 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I successfully served Mr. Petty in my second attempt with a summons and complaint for himself and one for Miss Mirage. Additionally, I was provided a photo of Mr. Petty by plaintiff's attorney Tyrone Blackburn. And then we have Exhibit A is the photo of Kenneth Petty. And I will show you Exhibit A. This is the photo that they used to identify Kenneth Petty. And this was the photo that the process server used. So this was the image that the process server had on his person when he went to serve Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty at their Calabasas home. So he knows exactly what Kenneth Petty looks like. Okay, so let's get back to the declaration of Robert Diaz, the process server. He is attesting that he served Kenneth Petty. All right. When I approached the Calabasas, California estate, I was greeted by a Caucasian female security officer. I identified myself as a registered process server, registration number 5681, and informed her that I was there to serve a summons and complaint on Mr. Petty and Miss Mirage. The security officer confirmed the residence of Mr. Petty and Miss Minaj was their address. And I highlight, I scratched that out. When I approached the residence, so basically the security officer confirmed that the residence that he was at was the right residence. And he stated the address. And the security officer said, yep, you're at the right place. When I approached the residence, I noticed 2 vehicles parked in the driveway. One of the vehicles was a red Range Rover with license plate, and I blacked that out, and a black Range Rover license plate, and I blocked that out. I approached the door and rang the doorbell. No one answered. I waited for 20 minutes and I knocked on the door. I returned to the security officer at the front, where I heard her speaking on the phone with Mr. Petty. Mr. Petty was yelling at her because he was upset that she let me into the compound. He said she was supposed to call him first before letting me in. After hearing this, I returned to the residence and knocked on the door again. This time, I saw a figure staring at me through the window. I knew it was Mr. Petty because the security guard informed me that he was indeed in the home. He refused to open the door. I then announced myself and informed him that he had been served. I showed him the 2 documents and left them outside the front of the door. As stated in the proof of service, Mr. Petty is a black male, approximately 40 years old, approximately 200 pounds, approximately 5'10". He has black hair and brown eyes. I declare under penalty of perjury that the proceeding is true and correct. So basically what Mr. Diaz is stating is that Kenneth Petty came to the window, to the door, or what have you, and he was looking at Diaz. Diaz was looking at him. Diaz showed him the 2 summons and said, if you're not going to come outside and take them from me physically, I'm leaving them right here. You've been served. He's looking him in his face. He's looking at him. Petty is looking at him. They both are aware that the summons is being left at the front of the door. Okay? So, you have been served, sir. It was left out front of the property because you identified yourself. The security officer identified you. She said, yes, he's inside the home. And the process server heard you speaking with the security officer over the phone. So what they're going to argue and what they're going to continue to argue is that they were not properly served because the paperwork did not go in their hands. The paperwork did not go physically in the palm of their hands. So that's what they're going to say. They're going to say, okay, well, they did not physically serve me, but you cannot, that is not how it always happens. People are served this way all the time. People can be seen standing at their screen door and a person says, okay, I'm leaving these right here. You've been served. And they're looking right at them. I mean, the man could say, you know, for the safety, for my safety, I'm not going to barge, break in, kick somebody's door down. I'm not going to waste my energy and my safety trying to serve these people. I see them. He sees me leaving this paperwork. So that's what they're going to say. They're going to say that they did not get physically handed the documents. But if you're looking at Kenny and you made ID that that's Kenny, you made a choice to drop them on the ground. So who picked up? But see, this is the part that gets me. Okay, well, who picked up the summons? And on September 22nd, when Nicki states in her letter that she wrote to the court, she said on September 22nd, she was made known about the lawsuit, and that's when she sought counsel. So how did you get made aware on September 22nd if you didn't have the summons? How How did you become aware of the lawsuit? And how did you discuss that with your attorney if you had no paperwork? So, that's what their argument is going to be, that they did not have the paperwork physically placed in their hand. However, if he made eye contact and he made direct physical ID of Kenneth Petty looked at him, he looked at Kenneth Petty, he could absolutely drop those summons right there in front of him, right in that door, like wherever, I don't know. I'm assuming that it looked like, you're at the door, a gate, you know what I'm saying? They're in this massive mansion. You're at the front of the door. You're looking at him. He's looking at you. And you said, you've been served. I'm dropping it here. What I look like? Busting down your door? Trying to bust down your door? Like, no, what I look like? I'm going to drop this shit here and you've been served. You know what you're trying to do. You're trying to avoid being served. But the security officer has already ID'd you. She's already ID'd that you're home. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go on about my business. But if you look in the paperwork, that Nicki's attorney and how he put the timeline of what Nicki was doing leading up to her getting counsel and her finding out about the lawsuit, her reasons for being late and exceeding the timeline of October the 6th was that she didn't know that her counsel had not been obtained and not had been paid. When she had first had the conversation with counsel, she thought that he had went to her manager, spoke with her manager, and got payment. Only after the, expiration date came up for when she was supposed to respond, only after did they realize that she needed to respond to the lawsuit. But during the timeline, she stated that in September, on the 22nd to be exact, after learning about the lawsuit on September 22nd, she realized that she needed to get counsel. So then she reached out to people who suggested Judd Bernstein. He was not available and he could not get back with her until after October the 12th, which is then when they talked. But you just said that you learned about the lawsuit September 22nd. You spoke with Mr. Bernstein, who then you put in touch with your manager and told him to get payment from the manager. And then you said you didn't hear nothing from him no more. And because you're not familiar with the law and with lawsuits and you don't know how things work, you did not know that you were supposed to be responding. But your lawyer did. Your lawyer knew what you were supposed to be doing. Oh, but that's right. The lawyer had not been paid. There had not been no payment. So just doesn't make sense to me that the process server served the paperwork on September 15th. And then you say you learned about the lawsuit September 22nd. And that's when you reached out and started looking for lawyers. And you got Judd Bernstein. Okay, so September 22nd, that makes sense. The process server served that paperwork on the 15th. Maybe you weren't home, maybe you were traveling, and Kenny let you know about it, or your people let you know about it by the 22nd. Makes sense. How would you not know about something that was dropped off at your door? So your security officers just work around the house. Things like this just happen. People just pop up on your front step, process servers, people come to the house, and no one let you know that there had been people at the house trying to serve you. That's a lie. There's absolutely no way that you were not aware of this lawsuit and you were not aware that you had been served. Makes no sense. And even if you didn't have the paperwork, You knew this was all over the blogs. It was all over the internet. Jenn was on The Real. Your comment sections was blowing up on every platform. Social media was having a Fields Day with this story. And you want me to believe that you were just living in a bubble and you knew nothing about this lawsuit? Absolutely impossible. Impossible. So that is what we have the process server saying. The process server is saying, I served Kenneth Petty. Okay? I served Kenneth Petty. Now, there's been some rumor and some talk about this whole Kenneth Petty told his lawyer or attorney or told someone that he was in the military. No, that is not a thing. He did not tell someone that he had been in the military. What this means and where this rumor is coming from is because if you do not answer right away to a lawsuit, there are some exemptions as to why you are not answering, and you actually can be you can be exempt from answering to a lawsuit. And being in the military is one of those. So there's been statements from the plaintiff's attorney saying that, why isn't Kenneth Petty responding to this lawsuit? We've checked to see if he's been in the military, if he's not an infant, he's not in the military. Different situations that would make you eligible to not respond to a lawsuit. So that's where this whole military thing is coming from, because what they're trying to say is he's not none of these things. So what's keeping him from responding to the lawsuit? He's not in the military. He's not a protected class. He's not of a protected class that would prevent him from answering to this lawsuit. It wasn't Kenneth's words saying that he was in the military. No, ma'am. It is the actual attorney saying, well, I checked and he wasn't an active member of the military or someone that was previously waived for having to respond to a lawsuit. So he should have responded. So that's where this whole military service thing is coming from. Okay. So now, here is another declaration from Stephen N. Gordon. Okay. He is an attorney as well. And here is his declaration regarding this case. Well, actually, I'm going to do Tyrone Blackburn's. So this is Tyrone Blackburn's declaration, and it's just his statement in this whole situation. Everybody's making statements as to why they believe, the default against Tyrone should be entered. Against Kenny should be entered, and why the default against Nicki should be entered. So everyone is just basically making declarations. So this is Tyrone's declaration, and it says, I am an attorney duly admitted to practice in the state of New York. I am also co-counsel for plaintiff Jennifer Hough. I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth in this declaration. On August 13th, 2021, this case was filed on behalf of Ms. Hough. On September 2nd, 2021, Ms. Hough filed her first amended complaint. Prior to and after filing suit, this writer sent several emails to Onika Taya-Miraj's counsel, Peter Ross, and called her current management team. Additionally, I contacted Kenneth Petty's current defense counsel, Hagop Kuman-Jan, and Michael A. Goldstein. All the counsels ignored my emails. I learned of Petty's address through his registration on California's Sex Offenders Registry. On September 15, 2021, registered process server Robert Diaz served a summons complaint on Petty at his Calabasas home. Process server Diaz also served a summons and complaint on Minaj through Petty. Minaj was in the Calabasas, California home listed above on September 15th, 2021. This is evidence from the Instagram live video she shot from her home that evening. Exhibit E, a video which will be mailed to Chambers. So what Tyrone is stating is that, so this is basically everyone's declaration about this whole process serving, okay? We have the two attorneys for Jenn saying, the process server, he served Kenneth Petty. He served Nicki Minaj through Petty. And Nicki Minaj was indeed home on the September 15th, on the day that she alleges she was not home and was not served. Tyrone is saying this is evidenced from the Instagram live video that she shot from her home that evening. And Exhibit E is going to be a video, which probably by now, since we've done, since we're now doing this video and since this was filed October 28th, it has probably already been sent to the judge's chambers. So they are entering Exhibit E, evidence of an Instagram live video from Nicki Minaj's home. That's proof that she was home. All right. The date for Minaj and Petty to answer and or move with regards to the complaint was October 6, 2021. Minaj and Petty made the conscious decision to ignore this action. On October 11, 2021, 5 days after their deadline to answer and or move with regards to this complaint, I filed a request for certificate of default from the clerk of the court. On October 14, 2021, counsel for Minaj, Judd Bernstein, made an appearance in this case. On October 25th, 2021, counsel for Petty, Stephen D. Iser, made an appearance in this case. Petty sues the state of New York. On October 19, 2021, 6 days after Ms. Hough filed suit against Petty and Minaj, Petty filed suit against the state of New York. In a show of utter disrespect for this court and for these proceedings, Petty has yet to file an answer and or move in this action, although he is literally a few doors down from Judge Vitigliano's courtroom suing the state of New York. So what Tyrone is saying, if you're able to go into the courthouse and file proceedings against New York and file a lawsuit against the state of New York, you could have answered to this lawsuit. You're literally doors down from Judge Vitigliano, and you could have entered an answer to this lawsuit. Petty's disrespect of the legal process is in line with his consistent residency on the wrong side of the law. In 2006, Petty pleaded guilty to a charge of manslaughter for the 2002 senseless murder of Lamont Robinson. In 2013, Petty was required to register as a level 2 sex offender because of the 1994 rape of Miss Hough. On August 6, 2021, Petty pleaded guilty for failure registering as a sex offender in the Central District of California. As of the date of this declaration, Petty is awaiting sentencing. Petty has no rehabilitative characteristics. As if pleading guilty to several felonies wasn't enough, on or about August 12, 2021, the associate Petty and Minaj sent to Miss Hough's house, Barry Dukes, aka Black, posted a threat to his Instagram Live threatening to kill Miss Hough. Exhibit G is a video which will be mailed to the judge's chambers. On September 3rd, 2021, I sent a letter to Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald in the Central District of California, AUSA Catherine Seiden, Jeffrey Thomason, Acting Chief of the United States Probation and Pretrial Services Office, Officer Devonna Gardner of the USPPSO, as well as Petty's counsels of record, informing them of the death threat Petty and Miraj's associate Black aimed and directed at Ms. Hough. After notifying Judge Fitzgerald of his actions and the actions of those acting on his behalf, one would think Petty and Miraj would cease and desist, encouraging and personally engaging and threatening the life of Jennifer Hough. Unfortunately, Miraj and Petty relishes their residency on the wrong side of the law. On October 23rd, 2021, 4 days prior to this declaration and 2 days prior to Petty's counsel making an appearance in this case, Petty and Miraj were both in this district in Jamaica, Queens, New York. As seen on an Instagram live video currently on Miraj's Instagram page, both Petty and Miraj were seen associating with members of the Make Ballers set of the Blood Gang. Petty and Miraj are both members of this gang. So MAKK, Mac Ballers set of the Bloods gang. Petty and Miraj are both members of this gang. And Exhibit I is a video which will be mailed to Chambers. Petty can be visibly seen posing and throwing up gang signs with his fellow Make Ballers Bloods gang members. On October 23rd, 2021, shortly after Petty and Miraj are spotted with their gangster colleagues, a member of the gang posted a death threat to Ms. Hough on Twitter stating, "Jennifer, if you see this, the Macs are coming for you." Exhibit K. I declare under penalty of perjury that the proceeding is true and correct. So what do you guys think so far? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. So she lied and said she wasn't home, but that was on that live being messy. Yes, that video of Black is very detailed. He's not too bright, too. I hope no poor kids trick or treat at that house. They better hope the feds don't get them for being a part of that gang. When trying to be gangster goes wrong, she done told on herself. Child, I always say that child, not the sign. I always say that a lot of these wannabes and a lot of these gangster, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these people are not too bright. They are online telling on themselves. They are committing, crimes online. They brag constantly about being a part of gangs. They brag, they throw up signs, they wear these rags, and they're around known gangsters. They're around known affiliates. They're around people that are members of an active gang. Who's still gangbanging at 40? Like, how are you still taking part of that? How are you still interacting with that type of crowd? So trying to flash the gang signs and trying to send a message, you have now, ended up in the lawsuit. You've now added more scrutiny to what it is that you're already out here doing. You just added fuel to the fire. So girl, not that bright. And I always say, stay off the internet, but these young people cannot do that. They are so turned out by Instagram. They are so turned out by Twitter. They cannot live their life behind closed doors. They got to live their life in front of a lens. Camera, got to be camera ready. Try living your life behind closed doors. And a lot of these people get put in jail because of the shit that they had online. Because, a lot of these officers, the feds, they put together cases by watching people's social media. Look at Tasha K. Cardi B wants videos from April to October. current videos. And here it is. This lawsuit started back in 2018. Look at this. They want the judge to look at evidence that just took place October 23rd. And here it is. This letter was executed October 27th. Seriously? You have to, if you're involved with lawsuits, you got to play it cool. You got to be quiet. Nicki Minaj, Kenneth Petty, if you're involved in this lawsuit, you got to keep your mouth shut. If you don't want them to be coming after you with, oh, you're harassing Jenn, oh, you're harassing her indirectly and directly, you can't be seen with the people that you're using indirectly. You are using those people indirectly. How you posted up with these people? You got photos with these people. And let's not mention, if you go and look through the exhibits, as I did, those social media pictures that they posted on Nicki Minaj's Instagram, those have been sent to the judge. Yes, those have been sent to the judge. You don't believe me? Okay, let me show you. Those pictures that she posted to her Instagram, they have been entered as exhibit. Yes, entered as exhibits. Child. I mean, it's like, do you want, I'm trying to find, okay. It's like do you want the judge to know that you're a gang member? Okay. Child. And they have, they have other exhibits. They have exhibits, they have the photos of Black holding up money. And okay, here you go. Child. Here's their photo shoot. Here's their photo shoot, child. Now look. This was just taken. Look. And then they have one comparing it from previous, and then they're showing how she's still with these people. I believe this might be, is this picture on on my left. I guess it would be you guys is right, but on my left, I don't know if that's a recent picture from in the daytime, or was that an older picture and they're just trying to show that she been knowing them for a while, or what? I believe that's an older picture. And then this is from her out in the streets. This is them all throwing up, this is their. So this is why you should limit your activity on social media when you have an active lawsuit. You're sending subliminal messages. Jennifer is saying that you are using gang members to harass her directly and indirectly. You are harassing her directly and indirectly, and you're using these people to do it. And then you're seen posted up with these people. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then all the barbs, all of these pick-me's that are on YouTube that stand for Nicki Minaj, they want to drag me because I said, well, meanwhile, they're all outside taking pictures while the baby is in the back seat of the car. Oh, because he's sleeping. Oh, he in a pink Rolls Royce. Oh, it's bulletproof. I don't give a damn what type of, if it was a goddamn Batmobile. The baby had no business being out in that environment. I don't give a damn if you were just coming from seeing Cinderella. Oh, well, she was coming from seeing the baby, she took to see the grandmother. I don't give a damn where you were coming from. The fact that the baby was in the back seat while you're out here fool-la-line with a bunch of gang members, enticing people over the internet. We outside, and doing a pull up. They took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. Yeah, you know we outside with it. We outside with it. They took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. We outside with it. Pull up though. We outside. What up though? What up though? Oh yeah. What happened was my hair. Tay, just doing the most while the baby is in the back of the car. And then everybody was getting on me because I made sense. Because I said, oh, well, who's trying to kill Nicki? Who's trying to kill Nicki, Sweet Pea? I didn't say anybody was trying to kill Nicki. What I said was, in a neighborhood that is dangerous, everybody's out there throwing up gang signs. They online telling people to pull up. And if some shit pop off, what you gonna do? Oh my God, they took us down. We was too through. Oh my God, my boys, they was outside. We was outside. We was just chilling. We was chilling and we just, no. What I'm saying though, they took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. We outside with it. We told them to pull up and everything went up. We said, that. And then I said, zoo. Get the hammer, zoo. Come on, let's go, zoo. They took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. So busy trying to be out there and be hardcore. Anybody wanting, they could come on with it. Anybody wanna, I'm with my niggas, that's right. I'm with my niggas and that's right. I'm with my niggas. We don't need no bodyguards. We don't need no bodyguards. They took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. Hey. They took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through, right? Hey, they took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. Y'all know it. That's the shit. Y'all know that's our song. They took us down. We didn't know what to do. They took us down. We was too through. Oh God. But I'm really serious though. Like, come on. You got the baby outside. I don't care if the baby's sleeping. Shit go on, shit pop off. Then what? It just doesn't, it just don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me. But I'm just here for it. I'm just watching it. I'm watching, she posted up with the gang. She got the pictures on her, on her Instagram. And every time something like this is posted, every time there's a video, they just screenshotting it, downloading it to a file, and sending it right on over to the judge. That's how these things work. 9 times out of 10, this is how people are convicted, through their social media. So I would suggest that Nicki stop flaunting and showing off her gang family. That's my All right. So this seems to be now this declaration looks like this is the declaration for the other attorney that is working with Tyrone. So let's see what he got to say, child. Because everybody, they gonna make sure. Let's see. All right, what we saying? Oh, that's the gang members. Child, that's the gang members. Okay. So I, Stephen M. Gordon, hereby declare, pursuant to whatever law, I am attorney admitted to the bar of this court. I am associated with Tizinga and Associates PC, and together with Tyrone Blackburn, represent the plaintiff Jennifer Hough. I submit this declaration in support of plaintiff's motion for entry of default judgment against defendant Kenneth Petty. Prior to filing this motion, I conducted an investigation into whether defendant Petty was an active member of the military. Pursuant to Judge Eric N. Vigliano's rules, I searched for defendant Petty on the Service Members Civil Relief Act website and confirmed that he is not a member of the military, active or otherwise. And then Exhibit A is search results from whatever search he did. Now, like I said, the reason why he went there with that is because if he was like an active member of the military, that could be something that would excuse him for not answering to this lawsuit. Okay. He never came out and said that himself, that he was a member of the military. I don't know what would make someone think that or even allude to that. This man has been convicted of rape. He's on the sex offender registry. We are here because he wants to be removed from said registry. So why would anyone think he was part of the military or think that it would be necessary to do a search? Doesn't make any sense to me, but the only reason why he's doing that is to, rule out exclusions that could exclude Kenny from, answering to the lawsuit. Like I said, if you're active in the military, that excuses you. That's one of the reasons that would exclude you. So I guess, he was just trying to cover all his bases. I don't know. All right. So I have I have reviewed the declaration of plaintiff's process server and his proof of service affidavit for defendant Petty dated September 15, 2021. Process was properly served pursuant to FRCP Rule 4E and pursuant to the joint letter submitted on October 25th, 2021, and the court's subsequent October 26th order for filing the instant motion. On October 22nd, I engaged in email correspondence with defendant Miraj's counsel, Mr. Judd Bernstein, in an attempt to reach a resolution on a briefing schedule for his pending motion. In the email correspondence, I discussed petitioning the court for a traverse hearing based upon Mr. Bernstein's baseless claim that my co-counsel and I are lying about serving defendant Petty. And then the exhibit is the email correspondence. Not so coincidentally, 3 days later, counsel for defendant Petty, Mr. Stephen D. Iser, filed a notice of appearance. Upon information and belief based on their mutual affiliation with the law of offices of J. Goldberg, Mr. Bernstein and Mr. Iser are colleagues and friends. Upon information and belief, they are colluding together to defend this action. I declare under penalty and perjury that this is true. So this man is basically stating that, they reached out to Kenneth Petty through emails, to his attorney, and Nicki Minaj's counsel. And they discuss, different actions that they could possibly explore. But they are stating that they mainly wanted to go back and forth about the fact that they were being called liars in the way that the process server served Kenneth Petty. The process server served Kenneth Petty and gave Nicki Minaj's summons to Kenneth Petty. Okay. And these people are basically standing on that. That's why they got all these different declarations. When an attorney, or anyone for that matter, issues a declaration, it's basically a sworn statement. And all of the ones that we've read and the updates in this case are basically now the process server coming forth, and all of the attorneys that are working with Jennifer, they are coming to ascertain that what the process server is saying is true. They are his witnesses and standing up for his word. They're saying he served Kenneth Petty. He is saying he had the picture. He saw this man. He even had the security guard acknowledge that Kenneth Petty was in the residence. When he went around to the side of the house again, he looked right at Kenneth Petty and said, "I'm leaving these documents right here. You have been served." It wasn't an imaginary figure. He saw Kenneth Petty. He said he saw the figure in the window, and then I guess the image, now he's looking at Kenneth Petty. He didn't serve a shadowy figure. He saw Kenneth Petty, and he said, "I'm leaving these documents in front of the door." That's basically how I'm getting it. Now, if it was a shadowy figure, then we still can dispute the being served. And I'm just being honest. It's all really going to hinge on this serving. It is really going to hinge on the process server. Either was it a shadow, or was it a figure, or was it Kenneth Petty? Which one was it? Because you cannot say that you just served a shadow. I'm sorry. I don't care how much Nicki Minaj and her husband gets on, and gets on our nerves. But we cannot just sit here and blatantly allow someone to say that they saw a shadow and I just left it on the ground. It doesn't work like that. If you are taking your job as seriously as you said you've been doing this for 10 plus years. You said you've been doing this. You should know damn well this is very important. It's very serious. And with a high profile case such as this, you should have made damn well sure that these people were properly served. Yes, it was maybe because it's something you've never done before. It's a you up there in the hills, you're in someone's estate. You at the home of Nicki Minaj. You're at the home of Nicki Minaj. So I get it. Yeah, maybe you were nervous. Maybe, you've never served someone of her caliber. So maybe you didn't, it was just your nerves. But this is serious. You can't say that I saw a figure and then say it was Kenneth Petty if it was not him. You got to know who it was. Was it a figure? Was it Kenneth? Did you see his face? You can't just say it was a shadowy figure. You got to say, I served Kenneth Petty. So, I'm going to go over, I'm going to read this. I want to read his document one more time just to get a better feel, because we read it once, but just to get a better feel, because you guys know I've been sick. So I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I hope I'm not stuttering. I'm doing the best I can. You guys know I was sick and everything. So I'm trying to get back on my, Get back on my grind. Get back on my square. I want to read that declaration one more time. All right. All right. So let's go over this one more time. All right. Let's go over this one more time so that we can be absolutely sure what is this process server saying. All right. Okay, so this is the declaration of Robert Diaz. I, Robert Diaz, hereby declare, according to 28 USC 1746, as follows. I submit this declaration to support the proof of service letter I signed, dated September 16, 2021. I provided plaintiff's counsel Tyrone Blackburn with 2 proof of service letters for Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj. I have personal knowledge of the facts outlined in this declaration. I am 37 years old. I have worked as a process server for over 10 years. I have solely worked as a process server in California in the city of Los Angeles. On September 15, 2021, I made a second attempt to serve Mr. Petty and Miss Minaj at their Calabasas, California estate. So this means that he went there before. Okay, he went there before and he did not serve them. I guess he didn't get it. He wasn't able to serve them. So he went there and he went there a second time. And I guess this is the second time. And now he's serving them. Okay. So he says, on September 15th, 2021 at 6:28 p.m., I successfully served Mr. Petty in my second attempt with a summons and complaint for himself and one for Miss Minaj. Additionally, I was provided a photo of Mr. Petty by plaintiff's attorney Tyrone Blackburn, and I showed you the photo that he had, the one with Nicki and Kenny together. When I approached the Calabasas, California estate, I was greeted by a Caucasian female security officer. I identified myself as a registered process server and informed her that I was there to serve a summons and complaint on Mr. Petty and Miss Minaj. The security officer confirmed the residence of Mr. Petty and Miss Minaj was, and the address here. So basically the process server said, is this that address? And the security officer said, yes, you're at the right place. When I approached the residence, I noticed 2 vehicles parked in the driveway. One of the vehicles was a red Range Rover, license plate, blah, blah, and a black Range Rover, license plate, blah, blah. I approached the door and rang the doorbell. No one answered. I waited for 20 minutes and I knocked on the door. I returned to the security officer at the front, where I heard her speaking on the phone with Mr. Petty. Mr. Petty was yelling at her because he was upset that she let me into the compound. He said she was supposed to call him first before letting me in. After hearing this, I returned to the residence and knocked on the door again. This time I saw a figure staring at me through the window. I knew it was Mr. Petty because the security guard informed me that he was indeed in the home. He refused to open the door. I then announced myself and informed him that he had been served. I showed him the 2 documents and left them outside of the front door. As stated in the proof of service, Mr. Petty is a black male, approximately 40 years old, approximately 200 pounds, approximately 5'10". He has black hair and brown eyes. So he said, I returned to the security officer at the front, where I heard her speaking on the phone with Mr. Petty. Mr. Petty was yelling at her because he was upset that she let me into the compound. He said she was supposed to call him at first. So basically, the way this house is that when you go in, there is a security building, kind of like, and that's where the security officer is. Then you will come back down from that and you can walk up to the front, to the door. So the officer said that that was Petty because Petty was home. The security officer said that was indeed Mr. Petty because Petty was home. And the process server overheard the security officer being yelled at by Mr. Petty because the security officer was not supposed to let the process server in. So when he walked back down to the door, he saw a figure standing in front of the door. So that means that was a glass. It was like a glass, door, and you could see Petty and Petty could see him. So there was no shadowy figure. There was no figure. It wasn't a shadowy figure. He said that he saw a figure, not a shadow. He said he saw a figure staring at me through the window. So, yep, they made eye contact. He made a visual and he showed him the paperwork and said, I'm dropping it right here. You've been served. So yes, it was not a figure. See, that's why we got to read it again. That's why we had to read it again. Because the rumors and people saying, well, they said it was a shadow figure. And then when you first read something, you might think, oh, was it? No. He said, this time I saw a figure staring at me through the window. I knew it was Mr. Petty because the security guard informed me that he was indeed home. He refused to open the door. I then announced myself and informed him that he had been served. I showed him the 2 documents and left them outside the front door. That is a legal serve. That is a legal, you've been served. That's legal. It was not a shadow. It was a person. He saw Kenneth Petty. He looked at him. They made eye contact and you said, okay, you don't want to open the door? Here you go. And he had a photo. So he didn't have just a description. He had a photo. And he said that in this declaration that he had a photo. He had a photo of Kenneth Petty. So he knew exactly what Kenneth Petty looked like. So yeah, yep. You've been served, buddy. I don't blame him. I'm not going to sit there and bang and wait for you to come open the door. If you don't want to open the door, that's on you, but you got these darn documents. And that's how she knew about it. That's how Nicki knew about it enough to start looking for counsel on September 22nd. Okay, so there you have it. Kenneth Petty was served, and the document process server is saying that he served him. He served Kenneth Petty. And then Tyrone Blackburn, he comes with his declaration as well and states that Nicki Minaj was also in the home that day because she went live from her home on her Instagram live. She went live later that day from her home. And they sent that video to the judge's chambers. So again, social media is going to play a big role in this case. It's going to play a big role in evidence. People are going to be posting videos, posting things, and they're going to be thinking that they're getting away with shit. And all that does is just add fuel to the fire and adds fuel to the evidence. They're just going to be screenshotting it, sending it to the chamber, screenshotting, screen recording it, and sending it. So there you have it, guys. I knew, like I told you, if the process server served them, they were going to come out. They were going to come out, and he was going to come out and say, he's not going to sit there and let nobody, lie on him and say, oh, he's lying. He didn't serve us. I mean, the gall and the nerve of Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty to say that this person is lying. He didn't serve us. He never came. That this never happened. You tried it. That man said, no, my name is Diaz. Oh, no, sir, I'm Diaz. I'm a Latino. We no lie. Oh, no, you won't. My name is Robert Diaz, and I am a happy Latino. We do not lie, papi. No, mommy, no, papi. No, mommy, no, papi. You will not lie on me. I came to the residence, and I served Mr. Petty. You will not lie on me. My name is Robert Diaz. I serve Mr. Petty. You will not lie on me, Holmes. No, Holmes, you will not lie on me. How dare you try to lie on me? How dare you try to lie on me, Holmes? You know, Holmes. You know, Papa Sofrito. You know, Holmes. You know I served you, Holmes. You know I served your papi. How dare you lie on me? That man said, you are not going to lie on me, not today. How dare you lie on me, Holmes? You know I served you. You know I served you, Petty. How dare you lie on me? How dare you lie on me? And what happens if Nicki lied? Does she get in trouble, or does the case continues? Well, perjury is perjury. I don't know. At this stage, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the lawsuit. We're not at trial or anything like that, but a lie is a lie. If you're found lying, there got to be some type of consequences. There has to be some type of consequences for telling a lie and being caught in a lie. And yes, because that's exactly what the documents say at the end of every document. If you notice Tyrone Blackburn, if you notice Stephen, anyone that writes a declaration and anyone that writes a sworn statement, they say they swear under penalty of perjury. So there will be a consequence for the lying and for, lying. Period. There's no other word. Lying, being dishonest, being deceitful. I mean, you clearly said that you were not served, that there was no one there that fit that description. He wasn't there, you weren't there, but now along comes the process server that is stating otherwise. That's saying, nope, you will not lie on me, Holmes. I served you, Kenny. You will not lie on me. I'm Robert Diaz. You will not lie on me. Not today, Holmes. Not today, Holmes. How dare you lie on me? I'm a proud Chicano. How dare you lie on me? How dare you lie on me, papi? Why you do me like that, Holmes? How dare you lie on me, papi? Why you do me like that, Holmes? You know I see you. I saw you looking at me. You was watching me through the window, Holmes. You was watching me. You was watching me through the window, Holmes. How dare you lie on me? You was watching me, Holmes. I'm a proud Chicano. Don't you ever lie on me. I gave you the document, Holmes. I gave it to you. I gave it to you, papi. I gave you the document, Holmes. I said, okay, you don't want it. I turn around and I go back to my car. I turn around. There you lie on me, papi. Justice for Diaz. Justice for Diaz. Okay, always, whatever you do will come to the light. You don't be lying on the Chicano. You don't be lying on me, Holmes. You don't be lying. I swear on me life. You don't lie. I did this job for 10 years. I gave him 10 years of my life. I do this job for 10 years. I do the job all my life. Me proud, papi. I take care of my family. This is how I take care of me family. This is me family, Holmes. This is how I support me family. You're going to make me lose my job, Holmes. Don't make me lose my job, Holmes. Don't lie on me name, Holmes. I'm a proud Chicano. We take pride. Child, you know, you cannot any type of Latino, they don't play. I love my brown brothers and sisters. They don't play. Honey, they be on top of their job. I know I served him. I know what I see, Holmes. I know what I saw, Holmes. You cannot tell me it wasn't him. It was him, bro. You cannot tell me it was him, bro. You cannot tell me, Judge. It was him, Holmes. I know. You cannot tell me, Holmes. It was him, Judge. It was him. I know what I see. You cannot tell me, Holmes. I know in my life. I know in my life. I will risk my life. Right. I served them in English and Spanish. Shit. Here, papi, Shaquito. Here, papi, take the documents. Take the document. Here are the papers. Are you Kenneth Petty? Era nudo chamada de la pepa. Y la pala la pepa. You've been served, Holmes. You've been served, Holmes. Take the lapel. Take the lapel. Take the lapel. Take the lapel. I know. Here. Are you Kenneth Petty? Here you go, Chico. Here you go, papi. Here you go, papi. Oh, no, I don't have nothing to do. They tell me bring the paper. I bring the paper. They tell me to serve you. I serve you. Oh, no, papi. Oh, no. No, papi. Me have nothing to do with this. No, papi. I don't know. Well, who, motherfucker? Who's serving me, motherfucker? Papi, I don't know. Papi, me no noche. Me no noche, papi. Oh, I love you guys. It's just all in fun. Who served me? Who the fuck is serving? Me no, papi. Me no noche. Don't, papi, I tell you, you did. Me no lie. Me no nothing. No face, no case. Papi. Me no nothing. Papi, what is this? Papi, now, papi, I suggest you go back in your mansion, papi. You don't know who you're playing with. Papi. We don't know who you're playing with, cabrón. You don't know, cabrón. You don't know, cabrón. You don't know who you're playing with. I bought the paper and I put it down. I put the paper down. Right, that's what he was doing, trying to intimidate the server at the window. Michelle, that is an excellent point. And I would have did the same damn thing. I would have left the paperwork on the damn, you don't want to come to here you go. They walking around with guns. doing all of that. I ain't playing with that shit here. Going about your business. Here go your paperwork. Goodbye. You've been served. It is not worth my life. I am not going to make, as far as I'm concerned, I ID'd you. I looked you in your face. You looked at me and I walked away. Period. That's an excellent point. I can see him doing that, just like how Jen said he stood over her after the assault, beat on his chest, saying, I'm the man. This screams narcissistic behavior and further proves that exactly, Michelle. Excellent point. Welcome to the squad. Thank you, Miss Jackson, if you nasty. Ooh, Miss Jackson, if you nasty. Yes, girl. I love you. Thank you. That they do think that they're above the law. Absolutely. Because who is late has not responded. They still, and you guys, they still have not responded. They still have not technically responded to this lawsuit. They doing shit their way. And that's what Tyrone is a little pissed off and fed up about, because they have not technically responded. There has not been a legal response. The paperwork that they filed are motions to a leave to go away and answer to there has still been no response. Kenny, all he did was enter in who his lawyer is, who is attorney. And the attorney is saying, we need leave. We're requesting leave to go away and fill out the paperwork, basically. They have both filed the same paperwork with two different attorneys. They didn't come in as a couple. They are not being represented by the same attorneys. And I told you that the strategy is to separate Nicki from Kenny so that it looks like Nicki is separated from the rape and the assault and all the physical violence that was perpetuated against Jenn at the hands of Kenny. If we can separate Nicki Minaj from that, we can make Nicki look like somehow what she's doing, her threats indirectly through other people, are less, it's not as damaging. It's not as harmful. So that's the whole play here. If we separate the two, if the attorneys separate them, then we don't see them both in the same light. Period. So, honey, the process service said you are not going to lie on me. I served you, Mr. Petty. I served you. You're not going to attack my credibility. You're not going to call me a liar and say that I didn't serve you. I know I served you. And your security officer also confirmed that you were in the home. Okay. So we have it. That's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. That's where we're at with this. We still do not know what they intend to do. We don't know. Are they guilty, not guilty, what they plan on, what their responses are. We still do not know. At this point, we're just playing the game with the Pettys. The Pettys are playing the game. They're playing the game. But sometimes when you are a rich and, a rich person, a celebrity, you have all this money and you have attorneys at your disposal, sometimes thinking that you're playing a game and that you're tricking people and you're pulling strings, sometimes shit like this backfires. So it wouldn't surprise me if these tactics don't backfire on Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, trying to, undermine the justice system, acting like they don't have to respond to these accusations. They don't have to respond to this lawsuit. They're above reproach. Kenny doesn't have to register as a sex offender now that he's with Nicki Minaj. He's suing the state of New York so that he can get his name off the registry. All of these things because now there's money involved. So now we're paying lawyers to come up with underhanded tactics and strategies to get us, bide us time, to string it along, to bide us time. Sometimes shit like that backfires instead of just getting it over with and being done with it. No, defamation is not in the lawsuit. It is harassment. It's not defamation. Defamation is not in the lawsuit. It is harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, assault. Yeah, it has nothing to do with defamation. No. Nope. So, yeah, it's like sometimes the game that you're thinking you're going to play that's not what that game. You're not going to play that game. You're going to go into this thinking that you got all these lawyers that's going to pull strings, and it could actually backfire on you. So the judge is going to believe Diaz hands down. That looking through the window took me out. Whatever Diaz says he did that shit. Okay. I mean, you think I'm going to wait around for someone to open up the door? He already a known gang member. You know what I mean? This man walking around, we see him on lives. We see him on lives with damn guns in his pocket. Okay, sir, you don't want to open the door? Well, I see you. You saw me. Here go your goddamn summons. Bye. And I'm gone. It ain't worth my goddamn sanity, my life. I ID'd him. I looked at the photo. That was Kenneth Petty. I ID'd him and I went on about my goddamn business. Went on about my business. The security officer also acknowledged that Kenneth Petty was in the home. And where Nicki Minaj? Where was Nicki Minaj? She ain't touring. She ain't doing nothing. She was standing for COVID. Remember? She wasn't going to Met Galas. She wasn't doing. And all of this is giving. You didn't go to Met Galas. You're not going to events. It's nothing to do with COVID. You didn't go to that Met Gala because you could not bring Kenny. Nobody wants to be around Kenneth Petty. Nobody wants to be around him. You are very much so anything for my man. I'm laying up with my man. My man can't go. I can't go either. So what have you been doing? Where were you at traveling where you claim you wasn't home on September 15th? Girl, you ain't nowhere making no music. You're nowhere making no videos. You ain't nowhere at nobody's concert. You ain't at nobody hosting shit. You ain't doing shit. So you were home, sitting up in that bed, going live with the phone facing the ceiling. That's what your ass was doing. Entertaining Tay. You and Tay in the ski slopes. You and Tay ski sloping. You and Tay skiing off the slopes. He's constantly doing this hair, this look, that look, so y'all could go skiing. I don't see what the looks are being created. You're looking like you're going somewhere, looking like you're getting a look for something, and you're not going anywhere. Not going anywhere, all dressed up and nowhere to go. So Tyrone Blackburn, like he said, your ass was in that home going live when you lied and said you were not home. So you've been caught in two lies. You weren't home on the 15th when we know you were because you were live. You say Kenneth Petty did not get served because he wasn't home and there was no mail there that fit that description. However, the security guard stated that he was home. And the process server says he looked right at him through the window and served him. You don't want to open the door? Here you go. So I'm just going to, sit that right there. Who are we now going to say that the process server's lying? I don't think so. That process server's not lying. He's telling the truth. There's no reason for him to lie. So process server say he served Kenneth Petty. That's who he served. Period. End of story. All right. So of course, as always, we are going to keep an eye on the case. As things unfold, we will provide you with an update. There are so many projects that I'm working on that I know we still have coming up. We got the Meg Thee Stallion, Who Shot Ya? You guys know I still was working on that. I still have that to put together. There is so much research and so much stuff, so much footage that I've gathered. So I'm just putting that together. I did not forget about that. Somebody asked me about that. I think it was Susie Davis. She asked me about that the other day. And yes, I have not forgotten about that. That is definitely coming up soon. And we will be definitely finishing the Ahmaud Arbery. We have not forgotten about that. And I am also working on, I'm saving this story for Halloween. The last addition to Frighttober, we are doing the story and we're going to cover the story of the children that were found in the house next to their dead sibling, and the child had been dead, I believe, for a year. It was yeah, I'm sure you guys know about that. A lot of people have been hitting me up about that. So yes, Susie, yes, you did ask. Yep. And so yep, that will be coming up, the Meg Thee Stallion video. Yes, that is coming up. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. Definitely the for Frighttober, we're going to have that video about, I think those people are from Houston, I want to say. But you guys, thank you so much for being patient with me. Child. Oh, she deleted all tweets between the 15th and October. Oh, yes, there are documents on that case. Child, there's so many documents. You guys, I got so many docs. But yeah, that is going to be part of the documentary. So you guys know that I do documentary style videos. So that will be an upload. So you got to go in there and check out my documentary style videos, because the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez Who Shot Ya video, that will be a documentary style. And we have a trailer for it. It's on the channel. So you can go on and take a look at that so you can get a feel for what type of video that's going to be. Okay. So I love you guys. That's all I got. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries, Inside the Lawsuit with the Pettys and Jennifer Hough. Right now, it's like I said, it's too soon to call it. You know, we can't say who's winning the lawsuit. You know, who do you think? It's too soon to call that. But I mean, Jennifer is kind of, you know, showing the behavior with the harassment. I mean, if anything, she's got the social media evidence, you know, with Nicki Minaj and the gang all up in Queens posted up. I mean, she's proven her case in that way, you know, so we can't really say anything yet, though. It's still too soon. We don't have discovery. Like I said, when we get to the discovery phase of this case, we're going to be able to pick through all this evidence. That's what I can't wait to see. I want to see the evidence. I want to see. Yes. And yes, road trip is coming up. Now, y'all know that is going to be this week. Child, that starts next week. So Tasha K and Cardi B, they go to court on the 9th. Jury selection is on the 8th. So I will be getting out of here hopefully by Saturday or Sunday, but I am not going to be driving. I will be flying in so that I can fly right on out. I'll be flying in and I'll be staying for a couple days, and, you know, just to cover the first couple days of it. And then I'm gone. You know, we can do the rest from home. I can just follow it as they enter the court documents. But for the first couple days, I'll be there and I will be live. I'll be vlogging my way to your heart. I'll be vlogging my way to your phone. Yep, I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to vlog my way on the airplane. I'm going to vlog when I get to the hotel. I'm going to give y'all the exclusive, bitch. Y'all know I work hard for this tea. I work hard for it. So that's all I got, guys. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you so much for allowing me to keep postponing the video. But like I said, your girl was sick, honey. I was a mess. I mean, a mess. But I am finally feeling better. So I'm getting ready to eat these crabs. I got me. That's my problem. All I do is eat. I eat. I'm about to eat these crabs and this corn I got, y'all. And I'm going to call it a night. It's 1:30 where I'm at. So good night, guys. I love you. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Good night. Bye.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy. Check the mic, make sure it sound right.